My name is Lisa Foncannon, and I'm a personal trainer and fitness instructor at the Chilson Recreation Center and Senior Center in Loveland, Colorado. Today I'm going to do a strength and balance workout, showing that you can do some of this without equipment, but I also have some equipment options for you that might work really well. So I'm not planning on doing the warm-up. I'm hoping that you will do that on your own. So you can be walking around your house, you can be marching, you can do range of motion like roll your shoulders, wrist rotations, rotate your ankle, rotate the other way. You can keep your toe down, balance as you do that. You can also, one of them I like that people forget is toe in, toe out from the hip. Toe in, toe out from the hip. That helps warm up that hip joint. And again, the other side, of course, okay? So take time to do all those things. The equipment that you're going to need is a chair. If you happen to have a ball, such as a Silver Sneakers, this one is a bender ball, or another kind of smaller ball that's fairly soft, not real hard. Or if you don't, you're going to want a pillow. A fluffier pillow than I have would be great, but you want to use a pillow that you don't care about putting your foot on, okay? So don't get one of your nice pretty ones. But something that you can use would be good. The other item that I brought to the table, you could bring canned soup or something like that. You could also bring some water bottles that you just purchased at the store. Those are usually 12 to 16 ounces, so that's at least a pound if you want that. Or if you have some empty ones, fill them with some sand. I've got regular water bottles at home. Fill them with some sand or some dirt or some gravel, or mine are filled with rocks. You could also use beans or rice or popcorn kernels, something like that. You won't know exactly how much they weigh, but you can kind of tell if it's okay for you. Some of you are going to want more weight, and if you have access to that, that's great. And if not, I've got some options for that as well. Okay? If you know stand-ups or squats, we're going to start with stand-ups or squats. But for those that bothers their hips or their knees or back, we're going to use the ball or the pillow. Go ahead and put it under 1 foot. So if you're going to do squats or stand-ups, go ahead and get started with that. And if you're using the ball, you're going to press down and release, press down and release. And what I want to talk about is engaging your muscle. So engage the muscle, mostly hamstring and backside right now, your glutes, and release. So engage them first, tighten them up, engage, and then push. Engage and push. Engage and push. I'm going to get a Kleenex. Engage and push. And go ahead and switch sides. Put that foot down, engage, engage and push. Now it may look like I'm pushing, I'm not pushing. I'm trying to engage my glutes and my hamstrings first and then push down. I'm also trying not to push forward, I'm trying to make it all be from there. So in doing that, you're also engaging your core, your tummy, your back, to keep your balance and not roll all over the chair, okay? I would also like you to try and use maybe 60 to 70% of your strength on all the exercises today. So you don't want to be using 100% all you got, okay? That may hurt, may bother you, and you may also use the incorrect form in doing that. So I prefer that you did not. We're going to work on some balance now, so if you're okay standing up, go ahead and do that. Get behind your chair. Apologize about that. And we're going to roll forward onto our toes, if that's comfortable. Make sure to hang onto your chair, and backwards on your heels. Forward on your toes, backwards on your heels. Forward on your toes, backwards on your heels. And again, feel free to use that chair, but if you're comfortable doing it without, then go ahead and do that as well. I've got the added issue of doing it on carpet. Some of you may want to even try it barefoot. Those will make this even more difficult. Okay. And relax. Okay. Again, you can grab that ball or that pillow, put it under your foot, and press down, or if you want to do stand-ups with me this time. So you want to be toward the edge of your chair, not so far that it tips, but you feel solid, your feet are solid under your feet, and you stand up as tall as you can and sit down. Stand up as tall as you can and sit down. I don't want you coming forward like that, okay? Don't be doing that. You can do better than that. So if you need to hang on to something to help push you up, that's okay if you have arms on your chair. But do try to engage your feet into the floor and push down as your body goes up. Okay, push down as your body goes up, and you're coming up proud and strong. Okay, 12 to 15 of those. I'm kind of doing them slow, but you can do them slow or fast, your choice. All right. All right, this time we're going up and back around for balancing. So again, up on your toes. This time try to hold a little longer, and if you'd like to balance for a little bit, and breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then back on your heels. I'm probably going to have to hang on a little bit for this one. And feel free to do that. Yep, I'm going to have to hang on. And relax. Good job. Let's come back around. So again, you can do the stand-ups. You can do the ball under your foot. Okay? The other thing you can do when you stand up is you can push from your thighs if you're having trouble getting up. Push from your thighs to bring you up, and you can decide exactly where that's going to be. But as you do that, you want to engage your core. You want to engage your feet into the floor. You want to engage your glutes to just push you upward. So it may be here, here, here. You kind of decide and engage and push up. Some people like to have one foot slightly forward. That's okay too. All right. Try the different idea. But the big issue is to not be leaning way forward, to really work toward, okay, wherever you are, work toward coming up big and strong and proud. Okay, let's go back and balance one more time. So this one's even a little bit more difficult. You're going to try, and again, you may want to hang on up onto your toes, and now turn to the right with your head and look and hold. And now as you're facing that way, go back on your heels and put your toes down, face back forward. Go up onto your toes, and now look to your left, or I guess it'd be your right. And now back onto your heels. And come on back forward. Good job. Our next exercise is going to be leg extension. Leg extension. So you're going to lift up that leg and extend and in. So the first thing, like I said before, is to engage. So engage the quad, the muscle here, and your hip flexor kind of lifts it up a little bit. Engage the quad and extend and hold and in. Extend and hold and in. You want to be engaged the whole time. You don't even touch the floor if you can help it. If you absolutely need to stop between, that's fine too. 3, 2, and 1. And let's switch sides. Up. Now remember, you bring it up, you engage it first, engage the muscle, extend and in, okay? Good. You can slow these down as well. What I mentioned before about if you don't have real strong weights or heavy weights and you need more, slow this down. It will be that much harder. Hold it longer. It will be that much harder. Okay, one more. Good. So that would be an extra challenge for you. Okay, we're going to do a row, which is very difficult to do at home. It's very difficult to find ways to do a row. But you want to feel like you're grabbing a hold of something and pulling it back. So you're squeezing, let me turn, squeezing your shoulder blades together and release. So that you may just do that. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and release. Now what I see a lot is people raise their shoulders. You want your shoulders down. It's just down. So think elbows way down by your waist. Squeeze. And if you don't want to do the whole grab, that's okay. Squeeze and release. 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 And then the opposite, I want to talk about opposites. This one you're pulling back, you pull. The other thing you would want to do is push. You can push on anything in your house. Push on your counter, push on your wall. You just literally push into it and hold. It's a steady surface. You're not going to move it anywhere, but you can push. From here, just sitting in your chair, you can do that same motion of push. 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 Okay? Push. Push. So you're kind of squeezing your chest muscles together. You can also do that a little bit, but I prefer that you just tighten, okay, and release. Now we're going to go back to this idea of pulling, okay, idea of pulling. So another way to think about that, it's kind of opposite, but if you use the ball and put it under your arms, and you're trying to bring that elbow in this position here, so you're squeezing that side. So it can be, again, your pillow or your ball, and hold. Leave that shoulder down, squeeze and hold. Hopefully you feel that in your back, and hold. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. And switch sides. Okay, underneath, squeeze, squeeze and hold, and find the right place. So I hope you can see that that's engaging my back. Okay, it's engaging my back and release. Engage and release. All right. I'm not the best videographer. Hope you don't mind. Shoulder down. And remember, 60 to 70% of your strength. This particular one is really easy to go, everything you got. Again, try not to do that. Okay, you might end up getting a cramp or something. And relax. And now you can use the ball again. Since you can't, you can do a couple different things. One would be the old, we must. That'll get your chest, okay? We must. Some people prefer to hold it this way, which works. I keep trying to grip my fists. I would prefer you to be, relaxed in your hands. Okay, so that's another way. Another option, I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, let's go back to this one. Squeeze and release. 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 And again, you can do them slower. You can pause the video and do a few more. Or you can sit and rest while we're doing that. And I'm not counting them because I'm trying to think about what I'm doing and what I need to do next. But probably anywhere from, especially when you're holding, probably 8 would be good, 8 to 12. But you can build on that, you can build on that, or how long you hold. Now, one of my tendencies is to kind of come forward, trying to make sure I'm backing down, squeeze, shoulders backing down, and relax in the neck, okay? And relax, good. Then the next option, remember we did it like this, or you can do it like this, or you can push on the wall or a counter or anything. But you could also put it here, make sure your chest is back, or your shoulders are backing down, your chest is forward, push down. Now this is going to be a little more tummy, but you could certainly do it that way, okay? Although I'm going to say, let's go back to this one. I liked it really well. And relax together. And relax. Let's do 3 more of those. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Blow out through pierced lips. Breathe in through your nose, blow out. busy talking for it till you breathe right. I did more than 3, didn't I? Good job. Okay, the next one would be, let's do some hamstring. We did a little hamstring with our stand-ups and that sort of thing. But you can also use the ball, put it on the leg of the chair, and bring your heel on it and push back. So you're engaging that hamstring first. Engage it. You lift a little bit, engage the muscle, push back, and relax. Push back. Now, once you're there, you're engaged the whole time. Your muscles are engaged the whole time. And maybe try 4 to 8 or 12, whatever works for you. Okay. Now, I actually have a little bit of issues with my hamstrings, always causing me a little bit of trouble. So I don't like to do too many, but you are welcome to do more. And again, you're going to get more out of this because you engage your backside, you engage your hamstring, you engage your hip flexor just to get your leg up. And then you're pushing. So you're going to get quite a bit. So that 60%, 60 to 70% is a lot. For some of you, you really only might want to just do 20 to 30% of your strength, or 40, depending on what's going on. Okay? Pay attention to how your body feels. And breathe. Good. Now, I'm not going to do those again, but if you'd like to do them again yourself, you can pause it and go one leg and the other leg. Okay? Now we're going to put the ball between our legs and squeeze. So this should be above your knees somewhere, wherever comfortable, and squeeze. And you should be sitting tall. Engage your muscles and then squeeze. And relax. Engage and squeeze. And relax. Engage and squeeze. And relax. Engage and squeeze. And relax. Now, another option, keep going there, is you could engage and squeeze and then stand up if you are ready for the next level. Okay? So that would be more squats if you want to do that. Another option would be to do a wide leg squat if you want to do that. If you are, make sure your knee is not passing over your foot too far, okay? And your body is going up and down, straight up and down. Now my toes go out pretty far, yours may not, so if they are turned forward a little bit, it's okay if your booty goes back a little bit, all right? So you could do a set of those if you'd like. Good. Now the other thing you can do with the ball is bicep curls. I've showed before how you can squeeze up, and you can actually pretend like you're pushing down, squeeze up, that would be bicep, squeezing, pushing down would be tricep. Up, down, up, you're squeezing your bicep, that's the front of your arm. Down, you're squeezing the back of your arm. Contracting the bicep, contracting the tricep, okay? So you can do those. You could also use the ball and squeeze, okay? Squeeze, that would be your bicep. So you literally just put it between and squeeze it, okay? And you can do a set of those, 12 on each side, alternate each side. Go ahead and do that. For your tricep, you can push down with one hand on the ball. Okay, you'll engage that and relax. Okay, push down. Make sure your shoulders back and down when you do it. All right. And relax, and let's change sides. Again, shoulder back and down, and then press down. Let me think what I've forgotten here. Did I do shoulders on this one? I don't think I did. Shoulders are also a little bit difficult. They're one of the joints that is the easiest injured because it can do everything. Shoulder can circumvent, go up, go down, go forward, go back. It can do so many things, so it's also susceptible to injury. So if you have a shoulder issue, you can skip this. The other option you can do with shoulders would be to raise up and hold. So engage the shoulder muscles first, engage them, raise up and hold, and release. Engage, raise up and hold, and release. Engage, raise up and hold, and release. I was not going to go over 20 minutes, which is why I'm hurrying, because I'm already hit that 20-minute mark. Engage and up and down. Okay? So again, you could do another set of those. You could do your set of squeeze the ball between your legs and then do shoulders, squeeze the ball between your legs, do shoulders. Very easy. The other thing you can do if you have your weighted items is you can do your bicep curls, like I said. If you do triceps, I suggest putting it on your hip one at a time. Straighten your arm in, straighten your arm in. And you don't come forward. You don't come forward beyond the middle of your line if you've got the weight. Remember, the gravity is what's making the difference here. If you bring it forward, it changes the angle. So it just needs to be here. Okay, and switch sides. On your hip, straighten your arm, straighten your arm, straighten your arm. Now the other thing I've done, I'll just switch arms so you can see me in the camera. Some people, I've had them go sideways. Can you tell I'm going more sideways on that? Okay, versus behind. That may feel better for you personally. Okay, and continue. And you're done on that. You can also do your lateral raise. I like elbows in right here. But a lot of people, I've noticed over the years in training, have a lot of difficulty with this one. Your palms are in, your palms are down. You're just, if you think about raising your elbows and setting your arms on a countertop, that seems to help a lot of people get the notion so that it's not like this. Okay? Or you can push overhead if you're comfortable with that. Or you could do long arms, since our weights for most of us are not too heavy. Shoulders back and down, you can do long arms. Okay? Nice and careful. Now I know either with long arms or with my elbows bent, I do not go parallel to the floor, because as soon as I get parallel, I start to shorten my neck. Okay? So I'm just a little below. Wherever you are is what's comfortable for you, so that you don't raise up on the neck. Okay? All right, I hope I've given you a lot of ideas for exercises and ways to do things at home. I hope you're enjoying some of this quiet time to yourself and getting some workouts in, getting outside in the sunshine when it's nice, and getting in some walks. We miss you all at the Chilson Center. We're missing each other at the Chilson Center. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.